Leviathan is an extinct whale, similar in size to the modern sperm whale, and lived during the Tortonian period of the Miocene period, from about 9.8 to 9.9 million years ago. Its teeth were as long as a foot, and it hunted anything in front of it from beaked whales and baleen whales, porpoises, dolphins, sea turtles, sharks, as well as sea birds and sea seals, were all part of his diet. Snakes these days are very small, except for the green anaca, which is the largest so far, and the reticulated python is the longest. However, the extinct python Thanatopoa has outstripped them all, and may even eat them as breakfast. Its length reached about 12 meters, and it was the size of T. Rex dinosaurs, and it was mostly feeding on giant crocodiles and turtles, and these animals lived after the extinction of the dinosaurs, and ruled the earth afterwards as those huge reptiles did before. You might call Camarasaurus the great-grandfather of squid or octopus. It had a 12-meter-long shell, which made it move slowly, but powerful enough to wipe out ancient predatory fish and sea scorpions. This animal lived during the Ordovician period about 470 million years ago, and was inhabiting the shallow seas in Laurentia, Baltica, and Siberia, and the last of its species became extinct sometime during the Wenlock period. The lung scorpion, Pulmonoscorpius, is another giant extinct species of scorpion, which lived during the Fission Carboniferous period, and its fossils were found in East Kirkton, West Lothian in Scotland. This scorpion was a terrestrial species, which could have grown to about 70 centimeters, 28 in. Its diet is unknown, but it is believed that it fed smaller arthropods. Anomalocarids, meaning abnormal shrimp, are the smallest animals on this list, but don't be fooled, they can grow to be an arm's length. Anomalocarids is an extinct genus of the Anomalocaridae, a family of animals believed to be closely related to ancient arthropods. For Gicalopterus, Prontosorpia looked like a small puppy. It was the size of a crocodile, and a great appetite for food. It was killing sea scorpions, large ancient fish, and seashells. It was one of the largest sea scorpions in history. Gicalopterus lived about 39 million years ago, was 2.5 meters, 8.2 feet, long, and is one of the largest arthropods ever discovered. Scorpions have existed in various forms for more than 400 million years, and this type of scorpion was very large, and perhaps the word huge is the most appropriate word to describe it. Prontosorpia was a carnivore, feeding on worms and other arthropods. It had a stinger the size of a lamp and its length reached a meter. It lived in the sea, had gills, and was considered one of the first animals that crawled out of the sea. Its fossils were discovered in the upper sandstone of the Silurian period. Perhaps among the most recognizable creatures in history, this creature was a giant worm the size of a car, and was mostly vegetarian, feeding on rotting matter, and its fossils can often be found in carboniferous forests. Arthro Biora is a species of invertebrate arthropods that lived in what is now northern North America and Scotland from 315 to 299 million years ago during the late Carboniferous period. The largest species of this genus is one of the largest invertebrates known on Earth at all times. The name Carbonemes means carbon turtle. It lives in abundance in the South American region in the period of the Saragan Formation, a geological formation in Colombia that dates back to the middle of the late Paleocene period. Carbonemes is a turtle that lived from about 60 to 58 million years ago, and became extinct in the middle of the Paleocene era, and it was contemporary with a type of giant snake such as Titanoboa, which lived 60 million years ago. The animal kingdom always surprises us with many strange creatures, but these extinct animals we talked about, you would think they were monsters that came out of your worst nightmares. They were bigger and more ferocious than the most fearsome animals we know today, to the point that it would be hard to believe that these creatures existed already on Earth at some point.